What's up, dirty dog?
What up, everybody? Here we go. Oh, we got all the carpenters in there.
Is there a second to this motion? Thank you.
Thank you. All right, and I will, I'd like to call special items number 15 and 16 and move to adopt the recommendations contained in the Transportation Committee report for those items.
Is there a second to this motion? Thank you.
All right,
I miss Brock too,
Councilmember
man.
Hernandez.
He was in here about a month ago.
I would like to call 15,
Hopefully he's all-
16, and
he's
21 special for a separate vote.
I miss you,
And I
Brock.
have a substitute motion for item 27. And I have an amendment and comments for item 30.
Grilled cheese. What's up with the picture?
All right,
And
Councilmember Hurtado.
for clarification, Councilmember, you would like a separate vote on items 15 and 16
And 21.
and 21. Thank you. And which other items did you call special?
I have a substitute motion for item 27.
People, thank you for the 57 months.
And I have an amendment and comments for item 30.
Let's go, people.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, any other specials members? Mr. Soto Martinez?
Council President, item number 19, can we just hold that till after public comment, please?
After public comment?
Did you really, Allison? That's awesome.
All right,
How
any
did
other
you know?
specials members?
Were they wearing a shirt or something?
All right, Mr. Clerk, what items are available for votes at this time?
Mr. President, there's a request to continue item 11 to Wednesday, October 29, 2025.
All right, without objection, we need to vote on that?
There's also a request
Me
to hold
too,
item
neighbor.
21 for
I'm
public
tired
comment.
right now.
The council may now vote on items 2
In fact,
through
they
9
pushed the game back an hour.
12,
It's supposed to
13,
be
and
4 o'clock
14.
today. Now it's 5 o'clock today.
and 20.
Less than. Oh wait, is today the time change?
All right.
And,
Maybe that's
and,
why. It was.
for the record, that would be items 2 through 9, 12, 13, and 14, and 20.
I think 9 was just held on the desk by CD
What's up,
13.
Richard Clark?
Council District, 19. Okay. All right. I'm sorry, Mr. Clerk, one more time. Can you read
Dodgers
off those
won in the
items?
18th.
Yes, Mr. President.
Freddie Freeman
The
had a
council
big
may now
home
vote on
run,
items
win the
2
game,
through
walk
9,
it off.
12, 13, 14, and item 20.
All right.
They
Those
recognize
items are
your
now before us.
picture?
Let's open the
That's
roll,
awesome.
close the roll, tabulate the vote.
Saturday's the time. Okay, so it was. So it was a
11
decision
ayes.
that they pushed it back because they
Mr.
now
President,
give everybody
for
one more hour of
clarification,
sleep.
There's a request to hold item 9 on the desk.
Give the field
And those items
maintenance crew.
that were voted on
Give them an hour
are items
extra to
2
get
through
the
8,
field ready again.
12, 13, 14, and 20. And for the record, the ordinance for item 3 will be held over to
Yeah,
Tuesday,
18
November
innings
4th,
already.
2025 for second consideration
Oh,
unless
I agree.
reconsidered with 12 members present.
He is a legend.
Yes.
Glad we have him.
All right, what's next, Mr.
What's up,
Clerk?
Tubby? Oh, not even 6. I'd say more like 4. I feel like 3.5. I feel tired right now. Slow.
What's next, Mr. Clerk?
The council may now consider items 39 through 46,
2 chases and a World Series game.
considered by the Budget and Finance Committee.
All right, those items are now before us. Let's open the roll, close the roll, tabulate the vote.
That's it. Fall back, spring forward.
Mr. President, and if I may read the settlement amounts for the record.
That's weird, Al.
Yes.
See? Never know who's watching. No, don't I always say that? It's true.
And does the committee chair of the Budget and Finance Committee wish to make any comments on these items? These are items 39 through 46.
Nah, they didn't give up on him. They didn't want to give up on him, Harvey.
Councilmember
30,
Yaroslavsky.
rather.
Thank you. The Budget and Finance
loved
Committee
him.
considered and approved items 39 through 46 in committee on
business.
October 21st. I recommend we approve these items.
Sucks.
All right, Mr. Clerk, do you want to read the details into the record?
Thank you, Mr. President. For item 39, in the case relative to UMG Latin Music LLC, there's a recommendation to refund the overpayment of $193,597.51 as settlement. For item 40, in the case entitled Gaynell Walker et al. Versus City of Los Angeles et al., there's a recommendation to reject the plaintiff's offer of settlement. For item 41, in the case entitled Alan Barahona versus City of Los Angeles et al. There's a recommendation to expend up to $1 million in settlement.
1
For item
million.
42, in the case entitled Anna Nguyen versus City of Los Angeles et al., there's a recommendation to expend up to $150,000 in settlement.
1.15.
For item 43, in the case entitled Baker Electric and Renewables LLC versus City of Los Angeles, there's a recommendation to expend up to $665,000 in settlement.
1.7.
For item 44, in the
Almost
case entitled
1.8.
Los Angeles Times Communications LLC versus City of Los Angeles, there's a recommendation to expend up to $203,624.80 in settlement.
2.1 million.
For item 45, in the case entitled Lorenzo San Juan versus LAC MTA et al., there's a recommendation to expend up to $375,000 in settlement. And for item 46, in the case
2.5
entitled Robin
basically.
Friedman versus City of Los Angeles et al., there is a recommendation to expend up to $200,000 in settlement.
All right, so
All right.
2.75 million.
Those items are before us.
2,750,000 in
Close the
legal
roll. Tabulate the vote.
losses.
12 eyes.
All right, what's next?
Just another 3
Mr.
million.
President, the
Who
council may
cares?
now
Who needs it?
Reconsider item
It's not
12
my
with
3
12 members
million.
present if the council wishes to do so.
All right. Let's
Job.
open
Thank
the
you so much,
roll
Job,
on
for tonight.
item.
Sir, if there
On
can be a
reconsideration?
reconsideration vote, sir? Thank
Yeah,
you.
let's open the roll on
I didn't
reconsideration
see
of
anything
item
about
12.
the name of
Close
the
the roll.
shooter.
Tabulate the
I
vote.
did not.
12 eyes.
All right, and let's open the roll
You'll
on
probably get
item
it
number
today
12.
or tomorrow because I'll
Close
have
the
to
roll.
be
Tabulate the
seen in
vote.
court soon enough.
12 eyes.
He is alive.
All right, what's next?
The council may now proceed to public comment.
There we go.
All right,
Public comment.
we have a few presentations this
Oh.
morning. We're going to begin
Fuck.
with Council Member Nazarian of the Second Council District.
So we got some knee bending going on.
Thank
two
you,
separate
Council
ones.
President. Thank you, colleagues, also for this opportunity. Gives me immense
thank you, knee
honor
bender.
and pleasure to invite Catholicos Aram I to Los Angeles City Hall and to our chambers. I wanted to speak a little bit about His Holiness and tell you a few points about his accomplishments for the Armenian community worldwide. His Holiness Aram I, Catholicos of the Holy See of Cilicia, is the spiritual leader of Armenian Orthodox Christians in communities throughout the Middle East and the United States. Born in Beirut, Lebanon, he pursued his theological and academic studies in Beirut, in Geneva, at Oxford, and in the United States, earning multiple degrees in divinity and sacred theology. He led the Armenian Orthodox community of Lebanon through the agonizing years of the
If it
Lebanese
was
Civil War.
5 white guys with
30
hoods,
years ago,
would
he
it be
was
any
elected
different? Like white
Catholicos of
hoods?
the Holy See of Cilicia by an electoral assembly composed of clergy and lay representatives from Armenian communities from throughout the world. Over the past 3 decades, His Holiness has transformed the Holy See of Cilicia into a thriving center of faith, learning, and service,
Look like chess
founding
pieces.
museums, archives, seminaries, youth centers, and cultural institutions to preserve Armenian heritage and advance Christian education,
votes,
scholarship,
Max.
and
It's all
social
about getting
outreach.
votes.
As head of the church, he has established orphanages, homes for the elderly and the blind, schools for the disabled, housing initiatives for low-income families, embodying the church's calling to serve those in need. He has also been a pioneering figure in the international ecumenical movement. He was the first Orthodox priest and the youngest person ever elected to serve as moderator of the World Council of Churches, leading global dialogue to strengthen unity among Christian denominations and deepen interreligious understanding. An outspoken defender of human rights, he has worked to secure recognition of the Armenian genocide and has convened international conferences on justice and
bunch of
reparation.
wizards.
As the Armenian community and the
Group of
faithful of the
wizards.
Holy See of Cilicia mark the 30th anniversary of his pontificate, the city of Los Angeles joins in honoring His Holiness Aram I to faith, scholarship, global peace, and the enduring strength of the Armenian people. I'd also like to take a moment to welcome a group of 20 religious leaders and lay representatives who have joined our Catholicos in his visit to City Hall today. And we were just recently joined by former council member and council president Paul Krikorian here as well. Thank
Oh,
you
where's
all
Paul
for being here.
Krikorian? Where is he at? I don't see him.
Before I ask the Catholicos to say
Where
a
is he? I
few
don't see him.
words at the desk, Council President and colleagues, I just want to speak to you very briefly about
Oh,
the
there he is. Now I see
importance
him.
of
Standing behind him
the
in the suit.
Armenian religious leadership. Don't forget that this has been a country that has been constantly in a warring state, whether having all the way starting from the Greek to the Roman to the Persian to the Arab empires coming through the region. So while kings and leaders have either been churches leading the missions, collaborating with relief organizations here in the United States, there wouldn't be an Armenia today. The Soviet Union, as it was establishing after the First World War, came over and grabbed what was left of Armenian lands and these orphans that were left behind. And under that yoke of the Soviet era, again, you couldn't have your own leadership. And the church was quite muted as well in that process. So what ended up happening was we had a lot of the church leaders acting as guiders of the Armenian community, of Armenians in Armenia and Armenians in the diaspora. And so that's the lineage that the Catholicos brings for me.
I think it's on my side.
That's the heritage that he brings for me and what he's done to preserve the community, the language, and its characteristics that make Armenians what they are today. So with that, it gives me great honor and pleasure to welcome Catholicos to the City Hall chambers. Thank you for being here. I look forward to
3-inch shrimps back there.
another 30 years of your service, or as long as you want to continue serving. And I would be honored if you would say a few words to our dais, to our body from the desk. Please.
Bro got a bigger chain than most rappers. Here, or there? Here?
Your Excellency,
Excellency.
dear members of the Council, I'm very glad that once again I am in this city of angels. You are surrounded with angels.
Thank you, neighbor guy.
And really, I believe that the presence of angels strengthens your sense of responsibility and commitment to serve the people of Los Angeles. I believe that this council is not only a center of authority, but also a source of responsibility.
I'm not an angel, Gail.
Not only a center of decision making, but also a challenge, a reminder of people-oriented service.
Wizards do live.
We are nothing.
Wizards are real.
Without the people. People is the sustaining power of what we are. People reminds us, challenges us with whether who we are. You see, what we should do. And I believe that the sense of responsibility should become the driving force of our reflection and action and our decision, which should always become people-oriented decision. Looking around me, I see young faces, Your Excellency. The presence of young people in this council and in all our communities and councils and structures and committees and governments and administration. In other words, in the society. I think it's of crucial importance. Speaking about our youth, I always remind them and remind us,
Got the Cuban link.
belonging to all generations, that the youth doesn't belong to the future. They belong to the present. And as such, our youth are called to play an active role in all spheres and at all levels of our society life. I cannot imagine a dynamic, vibrant, forward-looking society without the active presence of youth. So I really greet the presence of youth in this council, and I believe that they are playing an important role in all your reflections and actions. America is a country of opportunities, indeed. America is also a country of values: freedom, liberty, justice, human rights, and people-oriented action sustained by responsibility and a sense of togetherness. We are together in the United States of America and also in Los Angeles. We belong from different religions, ethnicities. We have different backgrounds, but we are one in this city. This is the city of coherent diversities. And these diversities, I believe, are concretely expressed in this council. A council which has one goal: to serve the people of Los Angeles with the profound sense of responsibility. Therefore, I greet you in this spirit, and God bless you all, and God bless the city of Los Angeles.
Bro's rocking the big pandy. Stop it. They all are. Why are they all? They just come off a hip hop set. They were on a Jay-Z video or something they were doing.
Council President.
Thank you so much,
video.
Mr. Nazarian, and thank you, His Holiness, for gracing us with your presence. I think this is my second time being in your presence since being on this council, and so we count it a privilege that you find what is happening here in the city of Los Angeles important enough to stop by the people's house of this city. So thank you so much for being here, and you are always, always,
no
always
rules
welcome.
and no fucking, no time to talk, no nothing in your people house. Got it. Well, look, Mark, I'm
President, I very much appreciate
not
all
tripped
of
out by anything that comes through
all
here
of your
anymore.
support in this short timeline, also to make sure that this appropriate recognition and our house.
After we got Baby Gay and Indigiqueer in the same show, nothing else is shocking. Nothing more shocking than Baby Gay. Nothing. I don't think there's anything more that you could shock me with. Just saying.
Party exit, and then after that, we will go to Mr. Blumenfield.
Oh, Mr. Herman and his dog are there. Shout out to Mr. Herman. He is in the house.
Paging Mr. Herman.
So we got at least 2 regulars, Mr. Herman, and we got 3-inch shrimp confirmed. There he is right there standing up top, already about to get kicked off with his double fucking fuck yous, dressed as Batman for Halloween. Don't
Mr.
get kicked out, bro, please.
Colleagues,
I look forward
I'm
to
here
seeing
today
you.
to
Please
share
don't get
another
kicked out.
difficult story of what has been happening around our country and city with the ICE raids and the violations of human rights.
Yes, Bob's been
Last week I had some
offended
folks
by
actually
ICE.
lined up
They
who,
threw Bob to the ground.
had witnessed their car wash coworkers being abducted, leaving behind minor children who were not U.S. citizens. But as they were undocumented themselves,
Bring their kids to
understandably
work
they got
day?
concerned about coming in today. Today I have a slightly different kind of abduction story, which is important to recognize. Equally as heartbreaking, but not as talked about as much. I'm referring to the horrible way that this federal government has been treating documented asylum seekers. I have with me Tatiana and Anton, two people who had been abducted by ICE, despite explaining that they were legally here on political asylum. Their very lives would be at risk if they were sent back to Russia. When they were taken, also, like in many of these stories, their teenage child was left behind at home unattended. They reiterated what we have heard so often about the awful conditions of their confinement, being cold, sleeping on the floor, being refused medication, being denied contact with the outside world. They were shackled, degraded, and repeatedly questioned in a language they could barely understand, despite asking for translators. I now want to give them the opportunity to let us know, and they have bravely agreed to come forward to talk about their experience firsthand, what has been happening and what's happened to them. I also want to thank my friend Joan Borson, who works with many asylum seekers who have known her for many years, and she helped make this happen today. So with that, I want to turn it over to Tatiana and Anton.
Mr. Herman.
Good morning, everyone. Thank you. My name is Anton, and we would like to share our story recently happened with us. We came to United States and then of the 2022 took previously planned trip, Christmas in New York. And while we been there, we received a message about Russian police sent summons for irrigation us according our political opinion and attitude towards the war. We were frightened at this situation, decided to stay temporarily in the US. And after we received one more message about that, we decided to apply for political asylum. We contacted an attorney to help us to fill Form 589, and after 150 days, since our case had not yet been adjudicated, we submitted Form I-765 and received employer authorization and began looking for jobs. I went to work at a car detailing studio. My wife found a job like a house manager responsible for household oversight and assistance to homeowners. Our son enrolled at a local high school. We're just awaiting our interview with immigration services. But on August 21, 2025, around 7 a.m., I went out for my usual walk with our dog. Suddenly, a car without any identifying marks stopped in front of me when man got out. His first question was, "Are you Anton?" And second one, "Are you Russian citizen?" I nodded. Next, he immediately said, "You under arrest, you overstayed your visa." Two other men approached from behind. One grabbed my phone, other put handcuffs on me. I said I had documents providing I was legal to live and work in the US and that I could show them. They said it didn't matter. You overstayed your visa, you are under arrest, you coming with us.
You're still here.
They placed me in the car in handcuffs on the front seat. Also, they asked,
I don't know where
is your wife is home? Come here to take the dog. When Tanya came out, they immediately handcuffed her and said she was under arrest too for staying visa. I tried once again to explain that we had all documents allowing us to remain legally in the United States. And also we had a lawyer, work permits, real IDs. It doesn't matter. For them, I was wearing athletic shorts and t-shirt. My wife was in her pajamas. They handcuffed her, left the dog in our backyard, and took us to ICE facility in downtown Los Angeles. I was placed in holding cell with about 50 other men. There were 2 open toilets and sink in the middle of the 1,000 square feet room. Lights will never turning off, making it possible to tell the time. There was no GDN, no access to toothbrushes or towels. It was extremely cold, around 55-60 degrees Fahrenheit, with air conditioning constantly on.
That's how jail does it, sir.
And I was called.
I don't know how they do it in
questioning
Russia,
by,
but that's how they do it
CBP
here.
officers. And the first question was, when did you cross the border illegally, first time? I replied, I never crossed illegally. I came with valid visa, filled form for asylum, and I have employee authorization, and I have a form that says I may remain in the US while my case pending. They seemed surprised and sent me back to holding cell. When I asked the ICE officer why I was arrested when I had all legal documents, one of them said, "You are a legal immigrant, we plan to deport you." After I was transferred by bus to detention center in San Diego. My hands were cuffed, legs shacked, and chain was placed around my waist, connecting the two. Upon arrival in the detention center, I was given a uniform. I spent another 26 days there. It's not easy to recall this time, but there were approximately 130 other men in detention cell. On September 22, I was released on 6,500 bonds and ankle bracelet on my leg. My wife Tanya also was released with 1,500 bonds without any bracelets. And to this day, we cannot understand why we were arrested.
I don't know,
We
Allison.
still don't understand how it was possible to leave minor child at home without parental care. And I never thought such a thing could happen in this country.
Well, thank Joe for
Thank you.
telling you to come on down
For
and
this
get that to
opportunity
happen
for
to
us.
you. Because you said you came in 2022. That was during Joe.
Good morning, everyone. The first things, I apologize for my English pronunciation, but I try to be clear. Thursday, August 21, it was my day off. I woke up like usually at 7:30, take my pills and fall asleep again. When I woke and pick up my phone, I saw about 5 missed calls from my husband, who was out walk with our dog. I called him back, and he said, "Tanya, I have been arrested. I'm with officer. You need to do something with our dog." And in the background, I heard a man's voice and speaking in English. "Say your wife, she should to come and pick up dog." I jumped off the bed wearing my pajamas, put off my slippers and told our son, "Dad has been arrested. No worries, I'll be right back. lock the door, and don't let anyone in. And then I ran out to our house. Outside, I saw two unmarked cars and 4 men in plain clothes. Anton was sitting in the front seat on the car with his hands handcuffed behind his back. One of the men was holding our dog. I approached them. They asked, "Are you Tatiana?" I answered yes. And that moment, one man took my phone and another twisted my arm behind my back and put my handcuffs
Qwerty, that's them.
on me.
They
And
switched the
said
cameras
what
up.
I
Not
was
me.
under arrested. I asked them why. He told me, "You are illegally here. You are overstayed visa." I tried to explain to him it's some mistake because we have all documents and we can stay here because my husband's case is still pending. But they don't care about my answer. And then I'm sorry. It's very...
You're doing great. You're doing great.
You're doing great. Thank you for sharing. It's funny how they all say the same thing. You're doing great. Thank you for sharing.
I'm so sorry.
It's okay. It's okay. You're doing great.
I'm sorry.
You know, it's sad that you need to exploit these people even further. If this is true and this is a real traumatic situation they went through, the fact you put them out here to exploit them is even worse. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. Don't worry. They're not going to get anything done, and that's what Bob does. Bob's a loser. He won't get anything done for you.
These shocking stories are happening
Don't worry about it.
all over the country. Our community here is no exception. What she was describing is how they left her son in the house and the conditions that she had to be under.
Whose bad decision was it to bring
As Jones
the
pointed out,
family in?
there are many Russian couples who are here
Maybe you
who would
shouldn't just come.
potentially be killed
you're
if they were sent
completely
back
legal.
to Russia, and they're in this
Don't
situation.
overstay your visa.
So many people who have been calling Los Angeles their home for decades, and people who are here on asylum as well. This administration is harming our communities and seems to be throwing our constitutional rights out of the window. This is America. This is not Russia. Sadly, the stories we hear today make it seem like we increasingly have more in common with Russia than we ever had, and for all the wrong reasons. So we need to do what we're doing here, and we need to do so much more, and I thank you, Council President, for having these meetings here where we are collecting the receipts. We are documenting these stories. We are bringing brave people like Tatiana and Anton and all the other folks who have come forward here to speak their truth, to speak it publicly here, which is no small feat. As I mentioned earlier, I had numerous other people coming at different times who pulled out at the last minute out of fear. This is a crisis that we are in this country. We need to uphold the American values. You know, at the beginning of this meeting, we pledged allegiance to the flag of the republic for which it stands. Well, what does it stand for anymore? And we want to make sure that it stands for human rights and for all of our rights. So that's why we're doing this. And Council President, thank you for allowing us to start this meeting with this presentation, as you have on so many other occasions. And their story is sadly one of so many. But thank you all for listening to it.
Okay, so you're talking about stripping the people's rights. It's funny, Prop 50. It's exactly what it does. Years ago, we made a proposition, I think it was Prop 11, that took the power away from the disgusting scumbag politicians to write district lines so the people could decide the district lines. And now you have the King of California redistricting everything. All for the people.
And thank you, Joan, for bringing them in, and Anton
All
and
for the people.
Tatiana, where you are. Thank you for coming forward.
Thank you so much, Mr. Blumenfield.
Thank you,
Councilmember
Ludmila.
Rodriguez.
Appreciate you.
Thank you.
Of course.
Mr.
She had to
Blumenfield,
come up and say anything 'cause
I know
she's
they
Russian.
were just so overwhelmed with the trauma that has been inflicted on them. And I just wanted to thank them for having the courage to come speak. I know it takes a lot for these families to really reconcile with what's being done to them. But I just wanted to remind everybody, because the false narratives that are being projected, this is a couple and a family that was told to do things the right way. And what the right way represents no longer stands. It's been completely destroyed by this administration, has continued to levy their assaults on people that thought they were protected for having done it the right way. And it's clear that it is becoming more and more indiscriminate about who's being targeted and how they're being targeted. And it's
it's just not
sadly
Latino
just
people?
a reminder for me as I find myself
Like we've
continue
been
to be
saying?
torn by being celebratory around other activities that are happening in this city at a moment in time when this assault continues to be levied around people in our communities.
Assault.
And it's a reminder for everybody to use your discretionary dollars in such a way that doesn't continue to uphold and celebrate
I agree
individuals
with
that
you.
don't stand with us.
I agree.
And I'm going to say that.
So you remember, she's telling you don't spend the dollars at the people that support these people or support the current administration. So I think you should do the same. When you walk into that store and you see those folks or the mom and pop store, go spend the money at Target.
Over and over again, because while everyone likes to tweet and celebrate all these false narratives for organizations that don't stand with us, it's a reminder that as these assaults continue to inflict harm, irreparable harm on our communities,
Vote with your wallet.
that we have to really challenge ourselves with what we stand for and who we stand with, and whether or not these individuals stand with us. So again, my thanks for you to bring them in and for them to have the courage to speak. And I hope this council will have the courage to stand with people like them in the wake of some of the other activities that are happening. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Councilmember Rodriguez. And again, we want to thank the family that came in to testify today and Mr. Blumenfield for bringing them. And just so that the record is crystal clear, as I heard it, her husband was arrested walking the dog. He got instructions and permission to call his wife to come get the dog, which was just a trap for her to walk out of her house, at which time she was arrested. So just so we're clear about what's happening here in our city. So again, thank you so much for that. And Mr. Blumenfield's exactly right. We're trying to keep the receipts because we know what's happening today is not going to last always, and we don't ever, one, want it to be forgotten, and two, at some point we want to come back for justice. All right, Mr.
It's funny how you forget the receipts of your party. Jim Crow laws, Japanese internment camps, Chinese Exclusion Act of, what is it, 1890? You forget it all. You forget those receipts. Don't forget those, brother.
Clerk, what's next?
The council may now proceed to public comment, sir.
I want to warn Mr. Herman. To be clear, this is not because of you dancing in the middle of the aisle, as distracting as it might be. This is not because you continue to flip us off. This warning is because you interrupted Councilmember Blumenfield when he was trying to introduce the speakers during the presentation. I heard you yell out, F you, and while you're welcome to do so during general public comment, you cannot do so when you're not at the podium and while a council member is giving a presentation. We cannot require you to be a decent human being, but we can require you to abide by the rules of decorum in this room and the Brown Act. So, this is your first and only formal warning. Do not disrupt this meeting. If you do so again, you'll be subject to removal and exclusion pursuant to Rule 7 and Rule 12.
Paging Mr.
That,
Herman.
I will read the instructions.
You still didn't comb your hair.
Mr. City Attorney, before you read the instructions,
why can't
for
you comb
public
your
comment,
hair?
I want to call
You're a big
on
baby.
Councilmember Hernandez.
Comb your fucking hair. You're
around
30-some odd years
30,
old, probably, maybe even 40.
at this time,
Comb
Councilmember
it.
Hernandez.
Thank you, Council President.
Comb that dome.
Please join me here.
Comb the
Colleagues,
dome.
my motion instructs DOT to fabricate and install a ceremonial sign at the intersection of West 7th Street and South Park View Street as Kent Wong Square, the champion of worker, justice, and immigrant rights. The UCLA Labor Center in MacArthur Park is a symbolic location where Kent spent over 32 years building up his work. His advocacy was what secured the $15 million from the state to actually purchase that building and make it an icon and a landing place for many of our communities, many campaigns. He was the founder of many organizations that make an impact still today in the city, such as Lanes, Sage. And we just want to make sure that everybody that comes to that neighborhood and comes to the area remembers forever the work that Kent Wong has done to impact our city forever. And that's why we have done this. And I welcome any colleagues if you all want to add. But I want to thank his family for being here. We have Jaylene Wong, his wife, Ryan Wong, his son. We also, his brother is not present with us, I believe, today. But Marshall Wong was here the other day. And then we have friends here with labor that are also joining in support. And thank you so much to Councilmember Hugo Soto Martinez for seconding my motion. May Kent Wong be resting in the warm embrace of our ancestors. And may Los Angeles remember him and his work and his love for the city and the people forever. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Councilmember Hernandez.
California.
And thank you to the Wong family for being with us. And thank you for the gift.
California and
of,
other
Kent Wong.
states
Brian.
sued Trump administration over SNAP
Good morning, council
benefit
members.
cutoff.
My name is Ryan Lee Wong. I'm Kent Douglas Wong's older son. And I want to offer greetings on behalf of my mother, Jay Lee Wong. Thank you for considering this motion. Today we're mourning not only a labor leader and visionary for the city of Los Angeles, but also my father and a loving husband. My father who, despite his busy schedule, took time to pack me lunch every single day of my school life. A father who tried to break a lot of the gender norms that cause injustice within the family. So we care not only for social justice, but personal, interpersonal justice. My father's vision for the UCLA Labor Center, now the James Lawson Jr. Worker Justice Center, was for it to be a crossroads, a place to extend UCLA into the immigrant and working communities near MacArthur Park. He imagined a place where immigrants, organizers, public servants, and scholars can come together to envision a better future for this city. And I want to thank Councilmember Hernandez for putting forth this idea of renaming the square in front Kent Douglas Wong Square. My dad was a humble person, and he wouldn't be interested necessarily in the name, carrying his name, but what he stood for. So my hope is that this square serves as a testament to what he believed for and fought for his entire life. I hope this square serves as a welcome to everyone who walks through it to join in what he stood for. Creative, nonviolent, people-driven movements to reshape our city and world. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Let's give them a big round of applause for being with us today. And I could see that the spirit and energy of Kent Wong lives on. Thank you so much. Councilmember Hernandez, if there's nothing else, we'll go to public comment. All right, Mr. City Attorney.
Yes, Mr. President. To people providing public comment,
That
when it is
hair.
your turn to speak, please state which of the agenda items you'd like to speak
Why
to.
is it popped up
You will
in the
have
back?
1 minute per item, up to 3 minutes total for the items open for public comment. When speaking on the agenda items, you must be on topic. Our goal is to get through as many speakers as we can. If you are not on topic, or if we cannot tell whether you are on topic, you need to get immediately and clearly on speaking time, and we are items number 1, 47 through 49. 1, 9. Members of the public may speak to announcements if I get allowed to the room, please. Every few sentences, so the
Asegúrense de
All right, here we
pausar
go.
cada frase o dos
Now we're all
para
caught
darle al
up from the
intérprete la
times I paused
oportunidad
it.
a traducir.
Don't worry, we will pause your time. Thank you.
Y no se preocupen, les pausaremos el tiempo mientras el intérprete está hablando,
Please,
entonces
if there's a
recibirán la misma
God,
cantidad de
let
tiempo
Mr.
que las
Herman
otras
speak in
personas.
Spanish and have
Gracias.
that guy translate
Additionally,
to
in
Spanish,
order to help
please.
us run an efficient public
Just for
comment
like 30
period and
seconds.
accommodate as many
Please.
people as possible, we
Please.
would ask that you please wait until you
my
hear
name.
the name that you signed up under before lining up on your left-hand side of the council chambers to speak. The order in which the names are called at random, that is to say that it is randomly generated. One final announcement, if you are requesting an accommodation or if you have requested an accommodation under the ADA, please let the sergeants know so that we can do so. And if you would like the handheld mic because of one of those accommodation requests, please wait until your name is called and then let the
he's
sergeants
never
know
grown
so
a
that they can
beard or a
provide you with the
mustache.
handheld microphone.
not helping.
Thank you.
That's not happening. Even if he wanted to, he couldn't do it. No facial hair there.
Can begin calling names.
I will begin by calling the following names: Goddess Dana, Mark Merrick, Lily Phillips, Ryan Lee Wong, and Estela Flores.
Goddess Dana.
All right, before our first speaker, I want to call on Mr. Nazarian. We got a verbal amendment.
It's a friendly amendment. I move that item 9 on today's council agenda be amended to adopt the following revised recommendation, and I'll read for the record. Resolve to adopt, pursuant to Charter Section 242B, a change to the jurisdictions of the Transportation Committee and Energy and Environment Committee to include electric vehicles and electric vehicle chargers. Thank you very much.
Is there a second to this motion?
Second to the motion.
All right, second.
Thank you.
Mr. Clerk, you got that?
Yes, sir.
All right. Now we can go to call names and have public comment.
I love the feedback on his mic. Dana is God's right there standing up. You can see him. That's
Let
3
them
inch
know
rip.
that you're doing public comment.
Okay, how do I address them? Council members?
Yes, council members.
Good morning, council members. It's an honor and a privilege to be here as a person with disabilities in the city of Los Angeles.
And Speaker, which items are you here to speak on?
He's going to speak on general public comment.
I live at Triangles or Apartments in Los Angeles, California, and I'm a member of the Los Angeles LGBT Center in Los Angeles as well. And I've been there for about I moved in September of 2023. I'm originally from Illinois, and I'm very surprised with Los Angeles and their approach towards people with disabilities, as well as the LGBT people with disabilities, which are covered under the Americans with Disabilities Act. Where I live at Triangles or Apartments, there's no accessibility to doors where I live at for people with disabilities, for people with mobility issues, as well as people in wheelchairs. I'm appealing, please, have someone go out there and take a look. And we need some assistance, real
sure,
assistance. And I've been hearing since I've been at the Los Angeles LGBT Center, there's a problem with funding for these projects. So I'm appealing to the Los Angeles County as well as the members here to.
So you need to be your last one up if your time is ended.
Oh, okay, so.
So just let them know that this is what you're requesting, and then
Just let them know.
This is what I'm requesting, and thank you so much.
Okay. Thank you. Next speaker.
Before the next speaker begins, I would like to call Vanessa B., Harriet Elliott, BBC Sabra, Size Queen, and Michael Ackerman.
Size Queen and BBC Sabra, which is one
Good
of the
morning.
cops.
You have 3 minutes for the items and 1 minute for general public comment. Please begin with the items.
Thank you very much, City Attorney Smoking Scan, for providing the previous speaker extra 5 minutes of speaking time after his time expired. Start number 23, Sergeant Arturo, is about the shared housing typologies. So I'm here to reject this item because all of my homies on Figueroa Street, we don't want a shared housing because shared housing meaning that I have to share my room with HIV, which is nobody in the city of Los Angeles wants to agree with item number 23. I want to ask our city council member, I want to ask our city attorney, would you like to share your room with an HIV Figueroa gangbangers? So now let's move on to item number 24. Item number 24 is about the Graffiti Busters program. I am here to support this Graffiti Buster. On top of that, I am here to support the gang banging busters as well. Because right now, once you clear up the graffiti, the second day, our city attorney bring his Black Lives Matter and then did another graffiti. And then we're gonna clean up the graffiti again, and then our city attorney get his Black Lives Matter, did graffiti all over again. But basically, this is a dead cycle. It's never gonna get any better. Now let's move on to item number 25. Item 25 is about the Friday meeting will be held in Van Nuys City Council. I think that our city attorney is trying to deny me the opportunity to speak on Friday is because that our city attorney understand that I will never be able to get to Van Nuys City Hall to speak. That's the reason why our city attorney continue to move from the downtown LA to all the way down to Van Nuys in order to speak this item number 25, which is a very racist item number 25 to continue to do that in the Van Nuys. Now let's move on to item number 26. It's about sanitation services in Council District 9. I am here to support in this item number 26 is because I advocated so many times that we need to clean up the Figueroa Street. So that's why those girls, they can have a safe street, they can have a clean street to provide their head services on the street of Figueroa. But the thing is, we continue to allow feces and then urine on the street in Council District 9 without any sanitation services. That's the reason why there's no more Figueroa girls wants to provide services anymore. So we definitely need a clean up street, definitely need more sanitation services on Council District 9. Now let's move on to item number 27. It's about street lighting on the Lincoln Heights. Yes, Lincoln Heights girls need street lighting because if they cannot see, then they don't know. I don't even know if I'm getting services from a male or female.
General
because there's no street lighting. I don't know who is giving me services, male or female. So I need street lighting. General public comment. I am here to support, to denounce the ICE raid because one of my beloved community member, Miss Guadalupe, was recently kidnapped by ICE. So right now, every morning, we do no longer have a burrito taco services anymore in our neighborhood because they took away Miss Hernandez. And then right now, in other people of the community, whenever they do not have access to head services, we always go to Miss Hernandez. But right now, ICE took our community head services provider, Miss Hernandez. We no longer, nobody can get any head in the city of Los Angeles anymore, especially when Dana told me that she does not do anything with 3-inch sides. So we love Miss Hernandez. We love Miss Guadalupe. We make sure ICE release Miss Guadalupe so we can have community head services whenever Dana denies me. Thank you.
Speaker, your time has expired. Next
Not
speaker.
the 3-inch shrimp. My girlfriend's here.
Harriet Elliott. I was going to speak on one, and all I have to say about it is no proliferation of liquor stores. Okay, number 22.
That's it.
I am totally on the side of young people finding youth for housing and homelessness for youth. Okay, I'm so glad that we're doing that. I want to mention that somebody thought we liked Putin. Someone likes Putin. Down with Putin. Okay, I don't think anyone likes Putin. An autocrat. My other thing about this morning is that in the library there's a thing about Armenia, and it's something the center will not hold. And anyway, I urge people to see that. It's very nice. Okay, the entire world, this is a very, very right-winger.
Speaker, which item are you speaking to?
Public comment. I'm moving
You have
over.
1 minute for general public comment.
This guy is a very more right-wing than Trump, and I hope you guys call him. I've left his phone number and his email, etc. And it's up to you to call him because I don't agree with anything he says. Almost anything. The entire world is going to be raped by this beast system. He's talking about directed energy in the worst possible. That's the only thing I agree with this guy, in the worst possible ways. And so if you're really determined to fight this New World Order in the future, you need to start building EMF bunkers and armor right now. Having all this ready to go can take up to a year, and it's time you start. The system has already begun applying financial pressures against and listen to this guy, you can tell where he's coming from. Patriots, purebreds, truthers, and conservatives as a demographic. I also want to bring up the woman, Renee Pittman, and I'll bring her thing next week. I already have it. It's about silent sound that goes into your ear. It avoids the ears. Thank you. My other one is that my doctor,
Before the next speaker begins, I would like to call up Duarte
me.
BBC, Jerome Cohen, William Good, Bonnie Blue, Graciano Clark, and George Bocanegra.
Speaker, which item would you like to speak to?
General public comment.
You'll have 1 minute.
Oh, they switched us
Good
up.
morning,
Where'd the growth
council
go?
members. My name is Vanessa Bautista. I am the community relations strategist for Best Friends Animal Society here in LA. I'd like to invite everyone to join us for our annual super adoption event happening this Saturday, November 1st and 2nd at the Rose Bowl. This is Los Angeles' largest adoption event featuring hundreds of adoptable dogs and cats from LA Animal Services and our local rescue partners. It's a fun, family-friendly weekend where Angelinas can make a life-saving difference and maybe even meet their new best friend. Events like this help reduce shelter overcrowding, support our city's efforts, and connect the community with vital pet care resources. Thank you for your time and for your continued partnership in helping make LA a model for compassionate, life-saving communities. Thank you.
No, thank you.
Speaker, which items would you like to speak to?
General comment.
You'll have 1 minute.
Good morning, my neighbors. I'm not a fan of bad words or even the First Amendment in particular, but I am a fan of the law. And if you continue to shirk your responsibility to ask for the highest level of law enforcement oversight, you should expect to hear bad words. And I'm not talking about anything that happened at the No Kings rally. I'm talking about police deliberately ignoring violent extortionists for a very long time. The city attorney shouldn't waste time by giving warnings at every meeting, so I suggest you place a big red sign outside the city council chambers which says, "Attention sissies, city council is a designated public forum, which means the public is allowed to use naughty words. If you don't like it, we humbly suggest you move to North Korea. Sincerely, your city council. Go Blue Jays."
Oh, what do you mean, go Blue Jays? I like the go sissy, or the sissies part. Yeah. Oh, come on. Where's fucking Batman at? Batman got his... Wait, why are they giving him...
Speaker, which
why are they
items would you
giving
like
him
to
a
speak
mic? It's dangerous.
The fucking items.
You'll have 3 minutes for the items.
Ladies and gentlemen, Your Honor.
Your Honor.
And assholes of CD13 regarding this convenience for necessity and more alcohol. Have we not learned what happened when that illegal immigrant drove his semi into vehicles without one fucking brake on and killed 3 people? But yet we grandstand about these illegal immigrants who are afraid of Donald J. Trump, our hero, our only president, 45, 47, who's against overindulging with a bad haircut like that jackass attorney over there. God bless Donald J. Trump. Yes. My recommendations for off-site consumption is fuck you, Dawson. No more fucking alcohol. Thank you, Smoke and Scan, for the shout-out and the scream. Smoke and Scan again. We don't need illegal immigrants driving on our freeways, killing innocent people because they're so fucked up, drunk, fucked up on drugs, and fucked up like Dogson up there with that fat girl. Then you go to item 23 regarding housing. Fuck housing in Los Angeles. It does not support any veteran, any American, any individual in here because of these racist, indespicable piece of shit local government called lawbreakers.
That's it.
Criminal corruption.
That's right.
Just like in the days of Noah's Ark. Corruption and criminal lifestyles that they love. That's item 23 for the record. Dickhead with the bad haircut. Groat. Then Smoke and Scan, I go into Harris Dogson and that little beady parrot from Pacoima. Yeah. They're having a meeting in Van Nuys on Friday, Halloween. The only Halloweeny I'm going to grab are these ones here, like Michael Jackson. Because that's the only belief I have in Halloween, your fucking pagan holidays. This society is really going to the fucking dogs. Woof, woof, woof. And the only hero besides Smoking Scan and his audience is Donald J. Trump. Vote no on 50. Fuck you, Dawson, because you're not listening. Item 25, the Juju Bloomfield and his illegal immigrants on ICE. Fuck you too on item 26. Thank you, Smoking Scan.
That's 6.
Then item number 31, Blumenfield, and that fucking criminal from CD14 who allows our community to be run down by your illegal, inappropriate actions against ICE, against our government, and against Donald J. Trump. Now into my public comment.
You have 1 minute.
As you've heard, ladies and gentlemen,
He's walking back and
our society has become a criminal government. And I'll read into the record this case under case number 24 STCV 16690, Abraham Cruz versus the City of Industry. Now, illegals come in here and they get everything fucking free, right, Smoking Scan? No, fuck local government. It's not free. I, an American citizen, I, AKA Batman, know that goddamn America is doomed. So, in this case, everybody, why is it after 5 years of service in the City of Industry, this fucking government is giving these motherfuckers 5 years of lifetime insurance? 42 U.S.C. 1983 politely.
Speaker, your
Fuck
time is up.
you.
Mr. Herman, everybody. Mr.
Before
Herman.
the next speaker
Thank
begins,
you, Mr.
I would
Herman.
like to call up the last
Mr.
6
Herman.
names on the list. Daniel Sosa, Corey Industry, Damon Stink, Batman, Ray Lawson, and Pete Escalera.
Bro, that's another
Speaker,
one.
which items
Damon
would you like to
Stink.
speak to?
Come on, bro.
Yeah,
That's
24,
8.
27 in public
That's 8.
comment.
That's
Okay,
8.
you'll have 2 minutes for the items
Damon
and 1 minute
Stink?
for general
Come on,
public
that's
comment.
8.
Please start with the items.
So you guys are seeking supplemental money to cover up for the cuts that you guys have made to our services. I mean, the last 2 years, you cut street services by $61 million. You cut general services by $51 million. You cut public works by $8.4 million. You cut street lighting by $7.5 million. You cut aging by $5.8 million. You guys are going to go to hell for that one. You guys made these cuts, and rather than restore them, you say, you know what? We are going to spend $100 million a year on that vanity project over at the convention center that we did not need. Somehow, taking care of the unions was a priority.
They're behind them right now.
Somehow, taking care of the real estate developers was a priority, while our streets are dark, while our sidewalks are falling apart,
He ain't
while
lying.
our roads have potholes everywhere.
He's telling the
And you
truth.
guys didn't find that a priority. So again, fuck you guys for that. I'm going to go on to public comment.
Straight up honest.
Last
You have
week,
1 minute.
the LAPD tried to go to court to remove the restraining order and injunction that stops them from beating the hell out of press. They violated 409.7, and you guys said nothing. They violated the restraining order, you guys said nothing. They violated the injunction, you guys said nothing, but finally last week, you guys stood up and said, you know what, we're not going to stand up for this anymore. And then that very next day, the LAPD went out there and started shooting journalists. And once again, you are saying nothing. Shame on all of you for that. Now, I'm actually going to say something good about somebody here, Monica Rodriguez. Monica, I recognized what you did leading up to the fires for 2 years, warning about how the fire department was being defunded, how equipment wasn't being replaced. And you know what? No one listened to you. Seems like they all fought against you, and definitely the mayor did. I recognize what you did. If they had listened to you, I think lives would have been saved, properties would have been saved. Enjoy your day.
They didn't like Monica, huh? They were, even the mayor. Oh, boy, you didn't look up
Speaker,
to the
which items
mayor.
would you like to speak to?
Hola, muy buenos días a todos y cada uno de ustedes. Gracias por escucharme. Yo soy una trabajadora de comida rápida. Yo vengo aquí para
Hi,
que
Audit. How are
nuestras
you?
voces sean escuchadas. Vine por todos mis compañeros para que ustedes puedan aprobar la
Speaker,
nueva
could you
ordenanza.
pause for the translator?
Porque
I'm
nosotros a los
un
trabajadores
segundo,
de comida
señora,
rápida
por favor, si
sufrimos
puede
mucha violencia
pausar.
laboral,
Un segundo, señora, por
mucha
favor.
violencia por los empleadores.
I'm sorry, the interpreter has had a problem with the headset and was unable to hear what the person was saying. Señora, ¿sí puede repetir lo que dijo?
Desde el principio.
Is he talking
Sí,
about
por
himself
favor.
in a third person now?
Muy
You
buenos
are the
días
interpreter.
A todos y cada uno de ustedes. Mi nombre es Estela Flores. Soy trabajadora de comida rápida. Estoy aquí representando para todos a mis compañeros para que ustedes nos puedan aprobar la nueva
What I'm saying,
ordenanza.
Dom.
Yes, hello, my name is Estela Flores. I'm a fast food worker. I'm here supporting my coworkers so that you can approve the ordinance.
Porque nosotros, los trabajadores, sufrimos mucha violencia laboral, mucha violencia física por nuestros empleadores.
Yeah, because us, the workers, we suffer a lot of workplace violence and a lot of physical violence at the hand of our employers.
Incluso violencia criminal, que yo hace cerca de ya un año sufrí una violencia criminal en la cual los empleadores
As well as criminal violence, because me, as of a year ago, I was a victim of a criminal violence because of the employers.
no nos tomaron en cuenta, no valoran nuestra vida, a ellos no les interesa que nos pase algo.
They didn't take us into account. They don't value our lives at all. They don't really care if anything happens to us.
Entonces, por eso espero que mi voz sea escuchada para que ustedes aprueben la nueva ordenanza.
So that is why we hope that you listen to our voices so that you approve the new ordinance.
Para poder conocer nuestros
Speaker, sorry, your
derechos
time is up.
y poder defendernos nosotros solos. Muchas gracias.
So that we can know our rights and so that we can defend ourselves. Thank you very much.
Speaker, which items would you like to speak to?
I don't know where Spindler's
General
at,
comment.
Brandon.
You'll have 1 minute.
My name is Daniel Sosa.
seen him for a
On
while.
Friday, about 30 members of the public came to the council meeting to tell you about the violence that we experienced at the hands of LAPD again on No King's Day on October 18th, and to demand the removal of Chief McDonnell. The public felt very dismissed last meeting when the meeting was abruptly ended and several members of the public were denied the opportunity to speak. We didn't show up to give you guys a hard time. We were just trying to communicate to you the very real violence and trauma that we are consistently experiencing at the hands of LAPD, the most well-funded department here in the city. And we are asking you to do more to hold LAPD accountable for their unhinged and illegal behavior, which, by the way, is breaking the city's budget. Thank you.
Unhinged behavior. Uh-oh, here comes the union.
Good morning, council members. My name is Ray Lawson. I'm a member of the Western States Regional Council of Carpenters. We're here to speak on item 20.
Better give it
I,
here.
along with dozens of my colleagues in attendance today, want to express our deep gratitude to the council for its unanimous support of this critical study to establish a residential construction worker minimum wage. This study goes right at the heart of the biggest issue facing our city: who builds the housing we need? A residential construction minimum wage is about building a reliable workforce so LA can finally solve its housing crisis. This study needs to happen and happen quickly. It's time for action now. And thank you for your time.
Speaker, which item would you like to speak to?
Item number 20.
Okay, you'll have 1 minute for general public comment.
Thank you. My name is Corey Crockerham. I'm a member of the Western States Regional Council of Carpenters. I want to thank you, the council, today for passing this motion to do this study, but also to implore this body to continue to fight like our Dodgers for 18 innings last night, because the fight cannot stop here. A residential construction worker minimum wage is a simple moral commitment. If you help build Los Angeles, you should be able to live in Los Angeles. Fair wages will not drive up housing costs of construction. Only 14% of construction costs goes to labor. A minimum wage will not only ensure more livable wages for thousands of Angelenos, it'll strengthen our housing workforce and ensure we can build the housing LA desperately needs now and for the future. I again thank the council for supporting this critical step and urge you to support the residential construction worker minimum wage in the coming months. Our workers can't wait, and Angelenos are depending on you. Thank you.
Council President, all the names have been called for public comment.
All right, thank you so much, everybody who came to give public comment for today's meeting. We've got a meaty list of items for today for votes. Mr. Clerk, what items are available at this time?
Yeah, me too, Rich.
Mr. President, the council may now vote on items 1, 19,
We're going to need them for at least one more
22
game.
through 26, 28, 29, 31 through 37.
One of those next
All right,
four
let's
he's
open
gotta
the roll
win
on those
for.
items, close the roll, tabulate the vote.
13 ayes.
All right.
The
What's
council
next?
may now vote on item 10.
And
For-
this is, there was a request to receive and file this. Does that need a vote?
Yes, sir. It's for the motion, McOsker Rodriguez, to receive and file item 10.
Again, the Democrats created the shutdown, right? So if any of these people that get EBT and WIC and all these other fucking crumbs, you should be mad at the folks that you voted for. They're the ones who shutting you out. They're telling you it's the orange guy, and you're dumb enough to believe it. Oh, well.
Please. Thank you.
Item 10. All right, let's.
And for the record, that would be 12.
We sure? All right, how about you, Councilmember Jurado?
I'm fine, thank you.
All right. All right, Mr. Clerk, what's next?
The council may now consider items 15 and 16, for which motion Harris Dawson Bloomfield was introduced to adopt the recommendations of the Transportation Committee reports, and also called special by Councilmember Hernandez for a separate vote.
All right, so it's my motion that you want to have a no vote on. All right. Let's open the roll on this item, close the roll, tabulate the vote. All right, what's
Pretty
next?
mixed. The most I've seen.
The council may now consider items 17 and 38, called special by Councilmember Rodriguez for comments.
Councilmember Rodriguez.
Colleagues, today we're taking a big and very important and long overdue step in adopting the city's land acknowledgement.
Shut up,
And
Meg.
it feels especially meaningful during this time that we're living through. Particularly
Meg.
as at the federal level, they're attempting to rewrite the history and truth
And you
about
guys
our
aren't
country.
in California with your buddy Gavin?
Here in Los Angeles, we are choosing a very distinct and different path, one that is rooted in truth, recognition, and respect for the first peoples of this land. I want to thank Councilmember Soto Martinez for moving this through committee, and I also want to take a moment to thank the original author of this motion, our
Funny
former
how
colleague,
they
Councilmember
always
Mitchell
forget
Farrell,
everything the
the
Democrat
first
Party
Native
did.
American ever
There's so
elected
many things.
to serve on the Los
There's so many things that the Democrat Party has done against the American people, yet they can't remember any of them. Should tell you everything you need to know.
Los Angeles City Council and a proud member of the Wyandot Nation. Today's vote is not just about words on paper. It's
hate
about
the fucking
acknowledging
Dodgers
truth and
so
committing to
much,
accountability and action.
Boy, don't let them win two
The
more,
CAO
Jordan. You're just going to
report
hate
that
them more.
accompanies this item calls for an updated
Better hope
MOU
they
with
don't
the
win.
Commission that addresses the city's lack of involvement in the past. That honest reflection, paired with a plan for meaningful partnership, is the kind of follow-through this moment deserves. This land acknowledgement also provides an opportunity to deepen public understanding.
You don't like
and it
our
reminds
I
us
Love
that
LA
honoring
song? Oh,
that
man.
honoring history is not
I'm
symbolic,
not to tell you.
but an essential step toward reconciliation and cultural preservation. And so as we look ahead, let's continue to remember the past, make sure our actions match our words, and I respectfully ask for your aye vote as we adopt this land acknowledgement and begin a new chapter here in the city of Los Angeles, one grounded in truth, partnership.
It's for you, Jordan.
High fly ball into center. Back. Walk it off.
Imperial Highway.
Instrumental in helping us define this statement.
Oh, I want to hear that again
that is
tonight.
now before all of
You
us
heard it
today.
last
And I
night.
ask you
We heard that
for your
last
vote.
night.
All right, thank you so much, Councilmember
Just
Rodriguez.
like
If there are no
that,
other
the
comments
crack
on
of
this
the
item,
bat,
let's open the roll.
walk it off.
Close the roll. Tabulate the
I
vote.
love LA, just like that. 18 innings deep.
And
And
this
shot
item will
as
go-
reviewed.
And this item will go forthwith, according to Councilmember's request.
Mr. President, there's also a request to send item 22 forthwith.
All right,
Too
without
late.
objection,
Already happened,
Councilmember
Jordan.
Rodriguez.
That just
item
happened.
That is correct.
Okay, thank you. Colleagues, the item before you today is an interim control ordinance that will temporarily pause
don't
the
go to
issuance
Target,
of new
Shane,
permits
so
for RV parks
I don't
under
get anything at
Section
Target.
14 of the Public Benefit Code.
I haven't
Our
been to
municipal
Target
code
in
has specific
almost
definitions
2 years.
that clearly defines, or well, for what defines a mobile, for
I
what
vote
a
with
mobile
my
home
wallet.
park is, and what an RV park is.
So when
Sadly,
you do dumb things,
we know
Netflix,
those are very
they were
different
gone.
and distinct.
Target, they were gone.
Definitions of what homes
Don't
are,
care.
but sadly,
I'll go to Walmart.
the corresponding
Don't care.
requirements and how it's been interpreted has frankly caused some significant problems. And so our effort in working with both our planning department and the city attorney's office, we now have before you this proposed interim control
I don't
ordinance
collect Pokemon,
to
so
ensure
don't
that
bother me,
Section
Scott.
14 of the Public Benefit
Care
Code
less.
uses terms seemingly interchangeably,
Going to Santa Clarita in December?
opening up
Shit,
nearly
yeah.
every zone citywide to
Christmas party,
confusion
Terry?
and hazards to health and safety as a result, limiting and further defining what that code means and what
going
it
to,
explicitly
Six
says.
Flags.
Limited and inadequate
She's gonna go
performance standards
ride
fail
the
to address
Colossus
cleanliness,
roller coaster.
occupancy, and site requirements, sewage and trash disposal, water, electrical distribution systems, landscaping and screening, drainage, grading, utility
good, Shane.
systems, circulation, fire protection, evacuation,
was
emergency preparedness, security and lighting, graffiti abatement, restrooms, and accessibility. My district and others, like Mr. McCosker, have seen an uptick in applications using this gray area, exploiting what is not explicitly being defined. And while we all know what it means, this gray area is being exploited by individuals that we need to ensure we better, more clearly define, to ensure procedurally we are addressing the use concerns that are having the potential adverse impacts to many of our
Every
neighborhoods.
single one of them, Wolfhound.
It is imperative to pause the
10?
issuance of further permits until these current
No, I think
conditions
8.
are corrected. And the planning
8
department has
pictures?
already been directed to work on these code updates through a companion motion, and I'm hopeful that this work will be completed in a timely manner to ensure that our communities can help to move forward in a manner that is transparent, clear, and protects all of our neighborhoods for clarity and use of these permits, that it's not further exploited. So I want to thank the City Attorney's Office. I want to thank you, Mr. McCosker, for signing on to this ICO, and I look forward to working together with the city family to protect more of our neighborhoods, ensure that the health, welfare of these neighborhoods is protected. Thank you, and I ask you for your aye vote.
Thank you so much, Councilmember Rodriguez. Seeing no other comments on this item, let's open the roll, close the roll, tabulate the vote.
13 ayes.
All right, and this item goes forthwith.
I'd actually like to move it go forward urgent forthwith, if we could please call a vote on
That's
that.
surprising,
Councilmember
Esau, 'cause
Hurtado.
our hot dogs are nothing like
Can
your
I be
guys'. You
recorded
guys have
as a
nice
no
ones.
vote on this?
We got shitty
It
hot
doesn't
dogs.
change the outcome, so
Actually, for the record, the vote would be 12 ayes and 1 no. And so the ordinance will be held over for 1 week to Tuesday, November 4, 2025.
All right, what's next?
The council may now consider item 9 as amended by motion Nazarian Harris Dawson.
All right, let's open the roll on item 9, close the roll, tabulate the vote.
13 ayes.
All right, what's next?
The council may now consider item 27, for which called special by Councilmember Hernandez, for which substitute motion 27 has been introduced, circulated, and posted on the bulletin board. Please note 2 votes are required. The first vote is to vote on the question on whether to substitute.
All right, let's open the roll on substitution, close the roll, tabulate the vote.
What's up, William?
13 ayes.
All right, let's Open the roll on the substitute
Should.
item.
Shall we save millions just right
Close
there?
the roll. Tabulate the vote.
13 ayes.
You'd save almost $3
All right, what's
million a
next?
year just right
The
there.
council may now consider item 30, called special by Councilmember Hernandez, for which amended motion 30A Hernandez has been introduced, circulated, and posted on the bulletin board.
All right, let's open the roll on this item. Close the roll. Tabulate the vote.
13 ayes.
All right, what's next?
The council may now consider item 21, called special by Councilmember Hernandez, for a separate vote.
All right,
Yeah, it was a crazy game, Eton. There was
let's
a lot
open
of
the roll on this item.
Close
the roll. Tabulate the vote.
base running blunders and
11 ayes,
fielding
2
errors
noes.
on both sides.
All right, what's next?
Mr. President, items 47, 48, and 49 are closed session items for which public hearings have not been held.
Dodgers left
Would
nine-
council like to convene?
Dodgers left 19 players on base, and the Blue Jays left 18. So 37 men
We
left
clear
on
the
base.
room, except for staff of members of the council, city departments,
All right, so
or
they're clearing the
other
room
citywide
for-
elected offices.
Looks like it's close. Oh, whoa, whoa. Looks like it's closed session. Oh, look at the full commie, Jack Black. Oh, boy. One of the big commie Democrats. One of the Democrat dolt dummies. Yeah. How is that not rigged? Everything they do is rigged. Everything they do. And, I hate, they say, the federal government's watching. Well, I don't give a shit. Till I see motherfuckers in handcuffs and some mug shots and somebody behind bars, I don't care. When I see that, then I'll give kudos to whoever's trying to prosecute. But until then, all it is just hollow words. Hollow fucking words. Because like I always say, if any of us in this room had done the things that these people do, we'd all be in jail for 20 fucking years. You'd be in jail for 2 years for jaywalking. But these folks, yeah, they steal billions. They end up killing folks. They do this, that, and the other, and they all seem to get off. So, yeah, there's that. There's that. Well, guys, keep the notifications on in case we get us a chase. I'll be here. I think I'm going to do a show tonight. I mean, I already did 3.5 hours yesterday. So I don't know. Maybe we'll come on and do 2 hours tonight or something. I don't know. We have our Friday night big fucking Halloween show, so don't miss that. Got my costume all ready. I just need to. The only thing I haven't got is I need to go today, I think, to Costco and go get candy. I think that's what I'm going to do now. Go run over there to Costco, get some candy, get back before a chase pops off. But you know what'll happen? The second I pull up to Costco, chase will happen. It'll be a crazy one, too. So, yeah, that's the only thing I got to do. Stinks won't have a costume. He's just going to wear his normal stinky costume that he wears every year, every day. He won't allow you to put anything on him. He's one of those cats. He's not very festive. He doesn't want to wear anything. And if you try to put anything on him, good luck. It's going to scratch the shit out of you. All right, Sarah, you have a great day. Yeah, so I'll see you guys tonight. Keep the notifications on in case we get us a chase, like I said. Thank you for the likes, the love, the donos, the thumbs ups work, and they are free. Other than that, on behalf of Stinks, who didn't show up, and myself, we're out of here for now. Thank you for joining me for the LA City Council. At least we got something done today. I mean, we got something done. They didn't. Thank you to Mr. Herman for all the shout-outs. Thank you to 3-Inch Shrimp for the shout-outs. And I'll see you guys later. Bye.
This party is officially over.
Yeah, you guys.
Bye.